Good morning everyone, I hope you're doing great. I say good morning, but it's not exactly as early as I thought I would start this video. I tried to make an appointment for about an hour and a half this morning, and I just was like, if I start filming, I will have to keep calling, and so there's just no point, and now it's 11. Today is going to be a very productive day. I have a lot of blog posts to write. I'm a bit behind actually on blog posts, and I want to do a few last things before setting up the business, and it's taking me a bit longer than I thought it would, because of course I have to do a lot of research and make sure of certain things before starting everything. But yeah, I want to do it quickly, so I'm going to try to squeeze it in today and tomorrow. So yeah, today is going to be focused on blogging and on the business. Yesterday was a very YouTube day, and so productive, so I was very happy. But yeah, today it's going to be all about kind of my blogging process, like how I think about and start writing blog posts and everything that goes into writing blog posts, because it's not as easy as some people might think it is. I mean, it's not super complicated, but it's a process, you know. So I'm going to do that, and I will probably talk a little bit about the few things that I'm figuring out for the business as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy, and it should be a productive day. I'm working from home this morning, but this afternoon I think I will work from a tea bar, just because like working from home every day can be a little bit isolating, and sometimes you kind of get stuck inside your mind, and negativity and just being home alone a lot can be quite damaging for my mental health sometimes. So what I want to do is that once or twice a week I want to work from somewhere else, and so today I decided to do that. So I decided it would be today. Yesterday I went swimming, and tomorrow I'm going swimming. So Tuesdays and Thursdays usually I cannot really work from anywhere else, and yeah, so yeah, it moves a little bit, but I will do that, which is very exciting. And I think I will treat myself to a brownie as well, which, not gonna lie, I'm excited. I'm getting my period very soon, so you know, like, PMS is real, and all I want is to eat. So yeah, I will show you what I've been doing so far. So I have a video uploading on my iMac. So I will try not to work and let it do its thing. But what I've been doing is that I've been writing a bit more. Oh my god, can you tell that it's super sunny? Ooh, that makes me so happy. Anyway, what I've been doing is that I think I started doing that in late 2019. I'm just gonna pop you right here. I knew I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and even with my blog, you know, it takes a lot of organizing and setting up things so that you know when you're going to post, when you're going to write, when you're going to take photos and stuff. So what I decided to do is to create an Excel document, so that I have everything in one place, and I can decide which blog post is going to go up on which day, when am I writing, what is the type of blog post, you know, like beauty, lifestyle, career and stuff. And then I kind of divided the process into categories. So I have brainstorming, organizing, keywords, search, writing, keywords in blog posts, keywords in photos, editing, photo shoots, photo editing, schedule, SEO, Linktree, and Instagram. And so what I do is that as I go along the process, I kind of take it off with a done setting, so that I know where I'm at depending on the blog post. Because sometimes I will get an idea, and what I do is that I write it as soon as I have it on my phone or my laptop, whichever is closer to me. I have like a notes, I use like the notes app, you know, on my phone. I will show you. I have kind of like, you know, like the notes on my phone, and so I have blog post ideas, and then I have YouTube ideas, and so I write it down as soon as I have an idea, or if I'm on my laptop I will write it in the document immediately. so that, you know, sometimes life happens and you get an idea and you're like, oh my god, this could be good. So I write it down as soon as I have it, and then I decide kind of like monthly the ideas that I've had and how I want to order them, so that you don't get like 3 beauty blog posts and then 3 lifestyle blog posts. It's easier for me to do it like that. So I will show you the document, so you will get a little bit of an insight of what is going to happen for the rest of the month. So that's the document. So as you can see, we have like the previous month, you have like the categories, you have kind of the style of what it is, and then you have the blog post. So when I put them in gray is that everything in here is done, and then I just put the color so that I know kind of the type of blog post. And then I decide, like I've decided I would post on Mondays and Friday. That's what works best for me regarding YouTube work as well and my business. So that's what I've decided. And then as I showed you, we have the categories over here. And so I tick them off with the done as soon as it's done, basically. And here I just go and write the ideas that I've had for the month, and if I have other ones pending, I write them here. And then when that's done, what I do is that I take a notebook, because I have so many, and I kind of list everything that I want to put in each blog post that I want to write. So for example, today the plan is to write at least 2 blog posts. So I have my recommendation list for February to write, and I want to write a blog post on like when to say no. So what I will do is that I take my notebook and I write down the title of the blog post, and then I kind of jot down every idea that I could have. So for the recommendation list blog post, it's pretty easy because it's everything that I've watched, read, and listened to in the past month. So actually it's harder than I thought to remember all of them. So sometimes I have to look back at our Netflix list, or to ask my boyfriend, because I'm like, we've seen a lot of things. For books, it's a bit easier because I have a highlight on my Instagram. So if you want to check it out, I'm at Gabrielle Snow, and you will see that I have books 2020 as a highlight, which is easier for me to track down. And since I love books and I love reading, I was like, it could be useful for other people as well. So that's what I did. And then for podcasts, usually I have a few that are downloaded, so that if I'm going anywhere or whatever, I don't have to rely on the 4G, because that can be tricky. And I usually go on like, I don't know, like I watch a lot of kind of the same things a lot throughout the month. So like last month I have one that is quite a regular one, and 2 that are kind of new, like not new like I've been subscribed for a long time, but new in terms of me watching them for a long time. So that's that. And it's very helpful for me to write everything down before actually starting the blog post, so that I can have kind of an idea of what I'm going to talk about. And for the other one, for the other blog post that I want to write, I actually had the idea like after working one random night. I think it was like 2 days ago, or like on Monday. And so what I did is that since I had so what I did is that I had the idea quite quickly and unpredictably. Oh, it's here. So I just took a piece of paper very quickly and I wrote down a few ideas that I had. So what I do is that I keep it with me, or I write it down again on my notebook, so that as soon as I'm going to write it down, I know kind of the key things that I want to talk about. I use WordPress, and on WordPress, an amazing tool that you can use is the SEO tool. And so at the end of the blog post, you can see how you've done in terms of like the reading part of your blog post, so that is it easy to read, or have you used a lot of words, the same words at the start of a sentence, or is it too long? Do you need to like do more paragraphs instead? Which I think is pretty helpful. And then in terms of SEO, it shows you if you've been using enough keywords. It kind of shows you if you've been using like kind of the analysis So internal problems. So have you linked other blog posts of yours inside the blog post? Have you used external blog posts? Is your key phrase good enough? Is it too long or too short? Do you have a meta description? So you know, like the description that you will see if you look for the blog post online. So the start of the blog post, and have you put your keywords in there? And you know, like things like that. Like, have you, it's quite stupid, but I didn't think about doing it before. Have you put the keywords or the title of your blog post on the alt attribute on your photos? Because actually it helps for people to find them. So that's, you know, like a lot of things to think about. And another thing is for the photos. So probably for the when to say no, I can use a photo that I've taken in like during photo shoots with my sister that I've been using for Instagram, kind of recycle, you know, the content, using other photos than the ones that I'm using for Instagram, but you know, like so that I still have photos. But for the recommendation list, since it's very much focused on reading and watching things and everything, I like to take actual photos in settings. So actually I have to do that because I haven't yet. So yeah, you know, like it's all about kind of organizing. And the good thing is that when I use my Excel document, I can see exactly what I have to do, what I've already done. So for example, if I've already, like for the when to say no blog post, I've already taken the photo because I've done a photo shoot with my sister on Friday. So I know that I can use one of these shots for this blog post. And so I could put done inside my document, and I know that that's already ticked off, we're good. And for the recommendation list photos, I have to do it now, so it's on my list, on my notes. So I know that I have to do that. So what I'll do now is that since it's actually a really beautiful day and I actually would like this blog post to go up on Friday, I'm going to take the photo now. I've changed my bedding and I absolutely love this one, so I think I will take the photos here. So I've taken a few shots. I don't usually use my phone to take photos. I usually use my camera, but since I'm filming, the phone will do, and the quality is pretty good, so that's fine. And so I've taken a few of them. I was not able to use the actual books that I read because I always bring them back to my mom so that she can read them. I've used random ones that I have in here. So hopefully it will be fine, but I'm sure it's okay. And yeah, so I'm just going to import them on my laptop and start editing them, so that I think the only thing that I will do this afternoon will be to write the blog post. Okay, so now I've imported the footage on my laptop, and so now I've put it in a folder so that I know exactly where it is, and I'm going just to change the title so that I know where to send the photos once they're edited. So it will be for February. Okay, so now I'm opening up Lightroom because I use Lightroom for my photos, so that it has time to open, and then I'm just going to take a quick look at the photos so that I can choose which one I like. So then I opened up my Lightroom. I have the, I have the photos, and so I will use my presets. So I will see which ones I like more, and I usually start by choosing just one photo, and I make copies of that photo, and then I'll test a few ones that I like so I can choose just one and apply it to the rest of the photos. Okay, so I've finished editing the photos and I've just uploaded them on my desktop on the laptop so that I will have them ready as soon as I've done like the work on the writing and the keywords and stuff like that, so that I can include them in the blog post later. I'm just going to finish working on my YouTube video because it's imported the footage inside in like YouTube, so I'm just going to finish like the description box and putting in the thumbnail and, you know, like all the work that goes into finishing the YouTube video. I could actually do a video on that as well if you'd like. If you've enjoyed the one on the process of the blog post, I could do one on the process on a YouTube video. So yeah, I'm just going to finish that, and I think then I will be heading into the kitchen to cook some lunch because I am starving and my belly is starting to rumble a bit loud. So yeah, I will catch you up after that. Okay, so lunch is ready. I'm just having some rice noodles, broccoli, carrots, and some falafels. And I'm gonna keep on watching Grey's Anatomy because it's the best. Lunch has been had. I've just packed my bag with the things that I will need to bring to the tea shop. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I don't know if you're the same, but like the week of my period, I'm very forgetful. Like I will have a hard time like keeping my train of thoughts organized, and I will most likely forget things. Like have a hard time focusing. So yeah, hopefully that's it and I'm not forgetting anything. Don't need that much, to be honest. Oh, that's heavy. So yeah, we're just going to get going. Show you very quickly. Got my laptop and tea here with a cheeky brownie. I've got my notes here and I'm going to start writing the blog post. So I'm back home now. I'm sorry I was not able to talk like when I was in the tea shop because I was not the only one there. There was a girl, I think she was a student and she was studying and stuff, and there's music in the tea bar, so I just didn't do that. But as you will have seen, I've done like some screen recording so that you could still see what I've done. So basically The blog post is done, which is great. It took me a bit longer than I expected, but it's a pretty hefty one since there are so many categories. Yeah, it's 1,440 words, but it's done. It's scheduled, so it will go live. You will have seen everything that I've done. And then after that, I wanted to do some work for the business. I'm sorry, I just got home. So I did prepare some like business paperwork, like drafts of what they will look like in terms of like invoices and stuff like that, so that it's ready. So it took me a little bit of time because I wanted everything to be perfectly aligned. And so yeah, I did a little bit of paperwork. Now all that's kind of left for that is to lost my train of thought, told you. So yeah, what I have to do is that I still have a few things to research and to look in terms of, we have like a specific number of something to ask to be recognized by the state. And so I need to ask that, and then I will need to see what I will do for the website. Do I want a website? Do I just want a page on my blog? But I'm not sure it's super professional since my blog is quite personal. So I'll need to decide what I'll do with that, and then like business cards and stuff like that. And then we're pretty much good to go, which is great. It's a bit scary and a bit like nerve-wracking. I'm just scared I'm not going to do something well, which is fine. Like, I was listening to a podcast episode on the way home, the one from Natalie Barbeau, and I think she was talking with like the influencer marketing director at a big agency, and she was saying that it's okay to learn and not to know everything from the start. Like, learning is an amazing process, and that sometimes we kind of like beat ourselves up because we don't know everything, when in fact we shouldn't know everything, because the beauty of it is to learn how to do everything. So yeah, I'm just trying to think that way and to be like, it's fine if you don't do it perfectly from the start, which is kind of one of my problems, is that I want to do everything great from the start. And so yeah, just to be okay with the fact that it's not going to be perfect, and that's fine, and that I will be doing my best, and I will enjoy the process of learning how to do it better. So yeah, I'm excited. So I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing like the process of creating a blog post, and I didn't show you too much about the business, but I talked about it a bit more. I could do another kind of video explanation about this, or mention it more if you have any questions, of course. But do put them in the comments down below. And if you've liked the video, do like the video and subscribe, because I will be doing more videos of this type. I want like my videos to be kind of interesting for you, but also like you kind of learn a little bit throughout the video what I'm doing, and like it's not just me showing you pasta or stuff like that. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.